Okie doke. Oh, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Oh, thank God you fixed the, You fixed the screen thing. God bless. What is this? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this. Alright, so you have TP Smite, a Moo. Okay, it's whatever. People can do random shit and get away with it. And honestly, I kind of like TP. Or I used to like TP in the jungle. It's not terrible. I mean, it sucks to get Moo can't like flash ult, which it probably isn't great on a Moo, but like it's got some utility to it at least. It's not horrible. Renekton going Ignite Barriers. Strange. If he wants to go super dueling, he should go Ignite Exhaust. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This doesn't matter. I just like to think about it. Alright, what are we starting? Alright, wait, what are we even against? I forgot to check that. Oh, because I didn't get to see it. Okay. So, alright, we're against Italy. Alright, Italy's not hard at all. You have two options. You can either start Longsword 3 and then go into Hex Drinker, or you can just do Doran's Blade. I prefer Doran's Blade, so there's nothing wrong with it. I need 1 second. Let me pull up Ref Kit. Ref Kit. Boop. Just to show things. Alright. Yeah, if you're in the first few minutes of the game, you want to be standing like right here. This little M is you. I don't know if you can see this very well with the definition. Yeah, it looks alright. This little M right here is you. So generally in the early game, you just want to stand here to look for invades. And there's no reason to sit behind your turrets. You're not going to get turret dove at level 1. You don't need to worry about that. Whew. I probably meant to tell you that during the Oriana game, but I think you did it during the Oriana game, so not relevant. And we're just messing around in level 1. I'll just let all that go by. Right, let's see how you did the early game. Alright. So, alright, you're starting Q. Starting Q is kind of defensive. It's not bad, necessarily. It's just basically saying I'm not going to do anything level 1. I think E-Start is better, especially against Italy, because you can't really punish it. Because you can just, like, E onto a minion and then E onto her. And do pretty good damage. You don't really want to... If you're going to try to throw tornadoes at Italy, you don't want to throw them through the minions. Like, the way you did it, you just threw a couple minions that was kind of towards her. You just want to get onto the side of the lane and then try to just fish for it. Because if you don't have E, you're not going to get it guaranteed, because you're just too far. Also, I don't remember who was their jungler? Oh, it was Zac. Yeah, you can push early levels against Zac, but you don't want to do it too hard, because his level 2 isn't great. If you get someone like Jarvan, this would be kind of dangerous, because he could just level 2 gank you. And what are we skilling second? Yeah, don't click on skills anymore. We've already talked about that. Use control, and then the skill hotkey. Yeah, if she walks up to the wave like that, like just trying to like get in a better position, you can just Q her. Or even just Q auto. Yeah, like this is about the point where you want to stop pushing it this hard. At least, if you want to go for one more wave of pressure, that's fine, but like after this wave, you want to stop pushing for sure. Don't be afraid to E on the minions to get close to her. Alright, this is where you can E on the minion. Alright, yeah. You want to E on this little minion first to stack your E up, and then you can auto Q. Because Italy's level 2 damage isn't great, and she's in your wave. So you could have got a good trade, but instead you got a pretty good one still, but... Alright, skill your wall immediately. You're good. Alright, you got her. Yeah, that didn't need... Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Let's go back. Alright. So... Alright, well, we missed the tornado, which kind of sucked, but it's not critical. Alright, here is where you need to E onto this minion and then E to her. So that's about 25 damage you just lost. She missed her E, so that's good. And you got an extra crit, auto Q proper, okay, and then auto Q auto. This is where you want to E onto this minion to dodge her spear. Because, you can already see, the obvious thing to do is throw a spear, and the thing the animation is broadcasting is throwing a spear. So you just want to E on that minion immediately. And then here, you can you want to skill one of these skills immediately just to get, the extra point benefit on it. Alright, this tornado was just a little off. She's not going to dodge left. If she's this low, she's not dodging left, so you should have aimed it right. Obviously, you shouldn't have missed it. This is just, flashing into turret range to die. Whatever. She's not going to die. She gets away. Yeah, okay. She had her heal up. Yeah, basically, it was just not optimizing your damage there. You could have killed her fairly easily. I think you could have killed her with, 300 HP left, but that's just a little hardcore. Alright, now, this is the kind of stuff you really don't want to be doing with Yasuo, but, if you can't avoid it, then so it is. Just don't go too hard on it, because Yasuo's early level 3s and Rivers is just horrendous. Ash isn't kiting at all, but that's whatever. We don't care what she does. That was strange. Yeah, you don't want to do those kinds of things. I'm sure I missed a little bit of walking and seeing, but that's not really a big deal. Those are the kinds of things Yasuo doesn't want to do, but it's not a huge deal if you do try to fight them as long as you just don't die. Because he really needs a minion wave in early levels to be useful. Coming down here is correct, though. You want to make sure he doesn't get killed. Okay, we're just farming. Alright, you should max E in this lane. Alright, yeah, Q max is alright, but you should probably still max E. Even just to dodge the spears and just for reliable lane harass, because Nidalee is pretty much a sitting duck against you, because all of her damage is tied to her spear, which you can wall out pretty easily. Alright, yeah, that's just, I mean, that was free as hell. I'll take that. But, yeah, you played that pretty much as well as you could, just wall off the thing. That was good. But, I mean, she kind of served herself up on a silver platter for you. Okay, this is where you need to keep looking down. Like, yeah, don't look at the minions too much. Keep an eye on Nidalee. Yeah. You want to be able to punish her for that. Because if she's dancing around like that and Nash is right there, you can kill her pretty easily. Or at the very least, you can set her on a body block spears, so Mumu doesn't have to be so stressed dodging. Because, I mean, if she gets enough time spearing, she's eventually going to hit him. Like, I'm pretty proud of my ability to dodge Nidalee spears, but if you give Nidalee 4 spears on me, she's going to hit one of them. And it's like, eventually you're just going to mess up. So don't put him in a situation where he has to play perfectly. Just try and either go and body block him or zone her off of him. Pushing here is correct because you can actually you're going to get level 6 eventually, and you do actually want to make her miss CS at this point because you can't get ganked when she has that kind of HP. You'll just turn and kill her. Oh, you don't have your knight actually. She could do something. Regardless, you gotta get Q on her. That's what you want to be doing in minion waves. When they're pushed up like that, especially against someone who's kind of melee. Just Q her if she tries to CS. But at this point, you kind of just want to freeze and force her to back, and then push as soon as she backs. And if she doesn't back, you can just E on the minions and then E to her. I don't know if you get how your E works, but it's like, you stack it up on minions and it just does more damage. Up to a 50% cap. Like, that's where you could have E'd onto 2 minions, then E'd onto her and auto-Q'd. You could have got a lot of good damage in. It wouldn't have killed her, obviously, but it's something. Alright, so, if you get level 6 here and then you die for her, you're not going to get the... also, this Brawler's Glove should have been a Doran's Blade, I think. I don't know how much gold you had exactly, but I think it should have been a Doran's Blade. If you had the money for it, Double Doran's is awesome for Yasuo because he loves lifesteal, and it's gold efficient and it makes up for his horrendous base stats. Alright, so if you ult her turret, auto Q E will kill her, so if you can start looking for tornadoes. Alright, now she's got a heal. Okay, yeah, that won't kill her anymore. Auto Q E ignite, well, that probably won't kill her either. But you can probably dive her with a jungler. Alright, auto Q. Alright, that's fine. Well, let me see what your cooldowns were. Your animations were a bit wonky. They weren't very smooth, partially because you don't have attack speed, and partially because you don't have much attack speed. I don't know if you... let me check your range real quick. I should have done this earlier. JazzKat. Oops. Runes. Oh yeah, we're bronze 4. Activate AD. Crit chance. So this is Yasuo. Okay. Yeah, I've already talked to you about all those different kinds of runes. 9 crit reds is kind of cheesy, but I don't think it's bad. Attack speed reds are another good, or what you call it, attack speed quints are another good option with 80 reds. Yeah. Right. So yeah, you did pretty good. You did your combo right. You canceled your autos. So your animations just looked kind of wonky because you have no attack speed, which is reasonable. Because, I mean, you cannot just conjure up attack speed. Okay, Mumu could actually be a problem now. So you do want to stop pushing if you can. Good wall. Another thing that's important to think of is that, like, since all of her damage is tied to her spear and her empowered takedown, what you can do is, if she throws a spear, you can just E to her, or E to the side, like on a minion to dodge it, and then just E to another minion, then E to her. And then just hit her up, and then if she throws a spear when you back up, you can just wall that one. Since those are usually harder to dodge than the ones that you have some time to dodge. I don't think you could have dodged that one, though, so the wall was good. That one looked invisible. Let's take a look. That looked invisible to me. Either that or I just don't have good reaction time. Let's see. That was kind of invisible. Showed up a bit weird on the field of view. I like looking for invisible Nidalee spheres. I don't see them very much. Yeah, like you're just messing with her. That's good. Hitting any tornadoes under turret is pretty awesome. this is when you do want to stop pushing because you can really start zoning her. If you just freeze it back over here, she can't farm. Like, the only reason she's getting any farm is because we're pushing so hard. Because you can just stand in front of her melees and casters, and if she tries to farm, just E to a caster and kill her. Or at least do a lot of damage to her. Looks like she's still getting most of the CS. I want to see how the CS numbers are. Yours is kind of low, but you also died, and you also roamed in a weird way. So you're going to miss some, but still. Probably just, yeah, you miss CS sometimes. Just make sure you're doing CS drills. Alright, so this is an awkward roam. Yeah, just go in Graves and ignite him in auto. Just in case he flashes. He doesn't have flash. Soccer getting that kind of sucks. You really like money. Alright, this is, yeah, you just alter. I think he has passive. Yeah, Zach has passive, don't die of that. There you go. Alright, make sure you think about what he has, because like, there's no way he doesn't have passive based on what we knew earlier. He popped his passive once at Dragon, and then it's been well beyond the passive cooldown. You could have farmed that wave at bot and put the pressure on him. You force static shift? Nah, whatever. Couple potions and a ward. There you go. I'd probably get 2 potions since you only have a Doran's Blade for lifesteal. If you had double Dorans, then more pots would be good. Or 1 pot would be enough. Uh-oh. Jeez, who did she kill earlier? Oh yeah, she killed Muma. Whatever. Nidalee is like... Yasuo is like, whatchamacallit. Yasuo and Nidalee is just so skill-oriented that even one side having a pretty big lead doesn't even really matter. And there's so much room for Yasuo to just whoop her. It's one of like the very few champions he actually does fairly well against. Because after they nerfed her base stats, hers are actually just as bad as his. Alright, now that you have a tornado, you can look for big lineups on those guys, but I wouldn't go aggressive on Nidalee right now. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, if you looked at the map, you could have killed her, but... Yeah, it's hard for me to see the map. I need to full screen this. I need to stop being dumb. Yeah, we could have killed her earlier, but we're going to kill her now, so it's okay. No. Oh, got her. Good. Good. But yeah, like, make sure you look at where they are. When people run around towards mid, and like if people are hanging around like that and you get the opportunity to kill her, you just need to think about like, can I kill her and get out before people get back? And in that situation, even if they were like on point, it would have been yes. Alright, so that's Zach passive gone. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. But I mean, this is just looking on the map. I'm glad you're doing that at least. Good. You should honestly just actively be trying to take kills from people because you just scale way better than everyone on this team. No. Yeah, you don't be like all courteous about like the chaos bullshit. Take everything with Yasuo because you scale way better than everyone. It's way better to put gold on you than anyone else. God bless that Tryndamere. Alright, let's pull this. Alright, so we're gonna do Dragon. Yeah, staying for Dragon here is correct. They kind of need you, and moreover, you could push mid, but mid's in a good spot, so it's okay. Alright, so, we're actually still doing stuff. Alright. Probably should have just backed. You're in a weird spot. Let's rewind a little more. Death Bush is alright, but not when you're half HP with ult, no ult. Try to wait a little bit more when your wall, like that wall wasn't going to block anything. And I mean, that's more just a reaction type thing. If you're not confident in yourself and you think there might be a missile, go ahead and wall it. There's no reason not to. Alright, so this is going to be weird. Alright, oh god, I meant to pause. Let's give it a little bit. Alright, this is where things get awkward. You're going to get hit with that, okay. Basically, you can either run away or you can use Leona as a jump pad. And using Leona jump pad is kind of risky, and if you had wind wall, you could do it, but you don't want to do it without wind wall, because if you do, you want to jump to her and then wall immediately to block any Nidalee spears and then jump onto Nidalee. Also want to hold your tornado in 1v2s like this. You need to make sure you get both of them. And you can eat it. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow, you actually got her with that one. That was a funny looking hitbox. Alright. Q ult now. Or you'll die. Yeah, okay. Your ult gives you your shield back. So you need to make sure you, I think you could have survived that. Let me look at what kind of position you were. Alright. Yeah, you had time. Oh, the sounds. I turned the sound back on by accident. This is when you should have queued. because that would have both knocked Nidalee out of her takedown and given you the opportunity to ult if you were going to get hit by something else. Oh well, people die sometimes. So Shiv, and we don't want AS boots against this team. Kind of want Mercs for Nidalee, or for whatchamacallit, Leona. Otherwise, she's just going to lock you up every time. You can block her Zenith Blade, but you can't block her ult, you can't block her Q. God bless. God bless. But yeah, AS boots aren't always the best, even when they are better, you don't want to get them second. You want to build something else first. Unless you're in a situation where you just need more mobility, in which case AS boots are okay. And if you're not going to go Borg, but I think you should go Borg against this team just because of Zac and Leona. Also, I just like Borg more. The best way to get through Yasuo's mid lane is just to split with Blade of the Ruin King. Yeah. If you mess up your movements, it's fine to just wall. But like, you want to do your best to make it so you don't have to. Yeah, pushing here is correct. You just want to get pressure on the mid. If she does this, just kill her. Like, yeah, there you go. Make sure you're eating the minions though, so you can preserve that last dash. Because like, think about it this way. Like, all right, yeah, she should die here. All right, yeah, I guess not. Yeah, there you could have just ult, auto, Q, ignite, and you're good. You just need one of those autos to crit, which will happen, and you have stack Shiv up. But like, when you're chasing people with Yasuo, you want to E to them like at the last point you can. Like, just use or angle yourself properly with your dashes on the minions so that you can use it to get in close with them without having to use the E onto them. And then when they use their dash, use your E onto them, and you'll stick to them. Also, another reason why Blade is good because it makes you kind of sticky. Makes you just having that little extra bit of non-situational mobility is awesome. Oh, jeez. Do we see Zac? I thought I saw Zac earlier. Well, if you saw Zac, you could probably have gotten that auto off in the turret. Assuming he's not around you. What kind of HP is that turret at? If it's low, you can just call Mumu over and see if he can help you push it, but... Let me look at everything's going on. Alright, Mumu's building Roa. Renekton is... Renekton's doing that. Alright, so Renekton's not as tanky as he would be. Zac has Cinder Hulk, Trinamira's Hydra. Ridley has Morello, and that's it. So Morello and Shiv pretty much cancel each other out, usually as far as stats go. They're fairly similar. But you have better synergy, so you have a slight advantage there. Shiv is like, basically gives Yasuo everything he wants. Yeah, this is about when you should stop pushing, though. Because you're not making any progress onto the turret. Alright, so that's good. Alright, you did your combo right. There you go. You did everything right. Alright, let's look at what was awesome about that. If you hit max range tornadoes like this, you can use that instead of eating the minions. Honestly, I would have eaten the minions and then eat to get on top of her just to make it so you won't miss if you're looking for a kill combo. Other than that, you did everything right. You canceled your animations. You weaved in autos. It's good. 10 out of 10. Ignite was right. Make sure she didn't just flash away. I'm not clocking her flash, so if you're at all unsure about her flash timer, just go ahead and use it. Ignite isn't a huge thing to use. It gets exponentially more useless as time goes on. Yeah, I'd probably get a Vamp Scepter at this point. Vamp Scepter is awesome. And then you can build an IE more, or you can just build an IE more, go into Bork. Or BT in this case. I like to play the Ruin King for this team. I like to play the Ruin King in general, though, because I like to split push. That's just kind of the way I play him. If you're not really looking to split push, BT is fine. Nice. Bit risky, but I mean it works. So now this is, yeah, you can win this fight. The extra R pen, you can do it pretty easily. There you go. We're doubling it. Woo! Alright, now we're missing Qs, but people do that when they get stressed out. Don't have that. I don't know when he last used his passive, but I don't think you do either. Oh, invisible Nidalee Spears. You can... Okay, yeah, that was dumb. If Nidalee comes, you can just sidestep her spear as best you can at point blank. This one you should probably get a Vamp Scepter. Or even just nothing. Like, saving up money for BF Sword is such a pain, and when you're at 1k, you basically just want to, like, just hold on to the money and try to get your BF Sword. That's the most obnoxious part about building IE second, is just getting the 1500 together for BF. Yeah, I think you could have killed Zac, but I mean, you missed some Qs, but people miss Qs, so that's not really something to go too deep into. People miss Qs all the time. It's not that easy of a skill, especially when you're chasing, because it's so stressful. So Nidalee is a Sheen. She doesn't have Lich Bane, but I mean, if she had Lich Bane, this might be nuts. So basically, her Qs are going to hurt more, so it's just more important that you block her spears. We really want to take mid, but it's so hard to do when you can't see them. Yeah, this one, yeah, you can just run up to an auto a couple times. And that's the reason why I was going to explain to you. You can just Q her off, and if she tries to go on you, you'll win, because you're pretty ahead. I should move this. Okay. Alright, so bottom sucks, but like you can kill 80 carries pretty easily. Yasuo's really good at killing 80 carries. So usually fed 80s aren't a huge deal. Especially since they're so easy to outplay with wall. Renekton. That's funny looking. But yeah. You don't need to worry too much about 80 carries, but you really want to, when you see like someone getting out of control and they're like pushing second tier bot, the best thing you can do is just try to take mid and then roam. Barring extenuating circumstances like needing to save a move. There we go. Killing people is good. Tryndamere won't have ult, so you can go on him. It's like barely up. Or it's got like 20 seconds to being up. Assuming he's rank 2. Which he should be, because he's... Actually, he might be level 10, I don't know. He's level 10 and they've got like 40 seconds on it. But yeah. Just try to think about cooldowns. That's just an example of thinking about cooldowns. That's just a general thing to do better. It's not like... you should... it's not like you can be expected to know every single cooldown of every single champion at this point, but... Try to think about that way. So from the ones you do know, you can use it better. Okay, Nidalee has no boots, but it's kind of hard to abuse that because you're going to outrun her really hard no matter what you do because your mobility is so good in certain situations. But outside of the situation, she's still going to outrun you because of pounce, so it's not really much to abuse there. Okay. Knock her up. You can delay your ult a little bit to keep her in the air a bit longer. It's going to be awkward. You offer her? Well, you... Okay. It stuttered a bit there. Let me see if... Yeah, that was just you. Okay. You probably just got bursted, so there's nothing really I can say there. Just went a tad deep. It's a little strange. But yeah, you got BF sword money. It's not all... Not all bad. Yeah. I can't really... Oh, they got it? Huh. That's weird. If people start getting obnoxious, just mute all. Mute all's a good tool. Oh yeah, you can do 2 minions now and kill her. That's fine too. You can keep pushing, just because... Oh no, there's Zac. I thought Zac was fine. You have Zac. If you don't see Zac, you don't need to push that too hard. As long as Nidalee's dead, though, you can usually get away with it. Just make sure before you do something deep, you check the minimap. Right now, it's okay. But once Nidalee gets back up, it'll be bad, because Renekton's backing you up right now, so if Tryndamere comes, it'll be even Steven. But once Nidalee gets there, we'll be in trouble. Alright, so we have Luke, Echo, Zac. Legend. Whoop. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is gonna be like a wall and flash maneuver. Never mind, she just straight bursted you. Let's see what we could have done. First off, we should have backed up early. I was sort of absent-minded. I was kind of zoning at him. It's early, but as soon as we see her, we need to leave. Then, if someone collapses on you, you're alone. Like that. You also should have flashed your ult. But that's an afterthought. We shouldn't have been up there in the first place. Get IE and get a long sword. Home guard isn't necessary. You don't want to buy home guard unless like there's a situation where you immediately need it. If you're gonna buy an early boon enchant, get Alacrity or Fear. Alacrity's pretty good. Just having extra 25 MS is nice. Fear is also nice just because you have your on hits. Just to keep up with people. Yeah, she doesn't have any mid stacks. What a legend. The big thing about IE second is just you have a ton of burst, but you're also incredibly squishy because you have no self-healing. Personally, I like going life steal item second, but IE second can work, especially if you're ahead. And if they have a squishy team, which they kind of do. They have Tryndamere and AP Zac. And of course Nidalee. This is not where you want to be. You didn't flash that. That's just Tryndamere doesn't do that much, or the Tryndamere doesn't do that much damage. Mostly it's just million crits. Oh, you didn't get the double. Yeah, that was a situation where you could spring a trap on him, but you were outnumbered, so you didn't want to spring a trap on him. What'd you get? Vamp. Okay, Vamp's good. You didn't. Did you want to buy something instead of the pink ward? Yeah, you didn't need to sell the pink ward. You probably should have just kept it. Alright. So basically the win condition here is you should probably just split push. You can duel Tryndamere as long as you just, what you want to do is you want to smack him until he ults and then like eat around minions to stay away from him. And then go back in on him as soon as his ult runs out. Okay, let's see what happened here. Alright, so we're just killing Nidalee. You're not going to get Tryndamere unless he turns around. Don't want to go back out on that. Is he damaged? He seems like he's dying really fast. Maybe he's just behind, I don't know. Oh jeez. Wow, killer. Oh jeez, missing that kind of sucks. Wow, okay, that works. Alright, let's look back at that. You threw a tornado here a bit early. Like, you could have set yourself up much better, especially when they're all stunned. Like, you could have aligned that up and got that a little earlier, which would have been nice, but in the end it worked out. I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty solid. And dunk. Alright, so Graves and the other guy died immediately. So that's pretty much all your problems gone. You can just lifesteal off these guys. Don't E through, when you're in a situation like this, just auto, don't E. Otherwise you'll, you're not going to get as much healing in. And when you're that low... Wait, did you kill all of them? You killed most of them. You could have shot mid. Okay, here with it on, I think you could have shot mid. If they were all dead. But I can't tell if they were because I can't press tab. And Italy was up. Would have been a bit dangerous in Italy up. Alright, so yeah, you're in a pretty good place. You all scale pretty well. Renekton doesn't scale great, but at least he scales in the right way. He's pretty tanky. It's pretty hard to kill. Holy. She's pretty easy to kill. Power of no armor. You're gonna have to eat minions here, or you're just gonna get ulted. Aw. Yeah, you just needed to run around and eat minions. I don't think you could have killed him anyway, but, you know, still. He was not going to get him. Alright, so we're finishing BT. Don't get both Blade and BT. It's kind of pointless. You only need one lifesteal item. At this point, you should have gone GA. GA is incredible. Might be why you have some trouble in fights. Like, GA is just a great item. It gives you a bunch of defensive stats. You heal for a bunch, so the resistances are very efficient. And then moreover, the revive passive is incredible. It's good. It's a good item. If you're not gonna get GA though, you should get Randuins against their team, because Grace is kind of strong. You don't need any more damage items really. You can fight them in a wave. You can fight them in a wave as long as you catch Enderly with an ult. If you get Enderly in the ult, you can kill a lot of them. I mean, you saw what he did to her earlier. Alt auto Q will just kill her. Yeah, if she does that, just let her E you and then kill her. So, I mean, if for WF you won't be able to kill her without an ult. Never mind, that would be wrong. Alright, this you can E on the minions here because she's stunned, or their squishies are stunned. We didn't get point blank. Good. I don't feel like you lose this game. You might though. I mean, there's still plenty of time. If you do get to the point where one mistake costs you the game, you could very well lose. But yeah, I don't think Blade is a good buy. Just reiterating that because it's pretty important. As soon as you back, ideally, if I could just take control of you, I just sell the longsword and get the Chain Vest and Negatron. At this point, defense will snowball you harder than any amount of offense. Just because you'll be much harder to kill and you'll still do good damage. Yasuo really doesn't need more than those 3 items for damage. He doesn't need a Last Whisper because of his ult. And he doesn't really want to go double lifesteal. Double lifesteal is terrible. Like, if you're going to get a 6 damage item, you would get Bork and BT, but I wouldn't do that. But you just don't want to get at least one defensive item, and you usually want to get it after your 3 item core. Top of that, Blade's build path kind of sucks if you don't have any slots. You know, like, I mean, Cutlass isn't a bad item, but later on it loses its utility. Everyone just kind of died after that. Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing, honestly, was wave manipulation. I think you could have snowballed on Italy a lot harder. Yeah, the wall was a bit late. In fact, it wasn't there at all. But, like, you gotta snowball Nidalee a lot harder with wave manipulation. Just like try to like keep it from pushing. Like just last hit as it's as low as you can. And once you get static shiv, you can still freeze it. You don't have to Q the minions. You can just E them. And that won't proc shiv, and you won't push that way. So you can just you can freeze and deny her. I had to think of words. Yeah. Oh no! I meant to hit the arrow key. Where are we now? This is after the big fight. This is after the big fight. Okay. But yeah. Wait, what? Oh, you sold Doran's Blade for a dagger. Yeah, don't you? I don't think you should sell the Doran's Blade for a dagger. Doran's Blade gives more effective stats, but I mean, at this point, it's such a tiny little thing. So yeah, you get 1350 for Bork. Alright, so let's look how this fight's going. Yeah, your first priority of this fight should just be to dive in. If you had defensive items, it'd be a little easier, but there's nothing to stop you from just going off this fight. And there it is. Yeah, you're just one-shotting everyone. If you lose this, I don't know how. Yeah. Your overall animation canceling is pretty good, though. They're not bad. You screwed up, I mean, you have screwed up really, but overall it's fairly solid. Your walls are horrendous, but everything else is fairly okay. You're just kind of using them randomly. You want to wait till they use a skill that you can block. Remember also that it comes out from the center of Yasuo, so like you can actually just hit it. What do we call it? You can throw it on yourself, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in front of you and up by the time you throw it to block something. You should have taken that farm, by the way. You scale much better than Ash does. And even then, she's not going to get like half of it. I don't think you should try to coordinate 1-3-1s unless you have champions that are really good. Unless you really just don't have any other option. Honestly, y'all should just group and team fight and just abuse the fact that you're just disgustingly strong. Also, you need to back right now. And I mean, I would sell the Cutlass and get a GA. Let's see. Also, you should have backed in between all that. You just don't. There's a lot of items you just don't have, and you're starting to see the problem of no defensive items. You're just gonna get bursted out. I think yeah, if you do lose, it's because you didn't go defensive items. Like that's a big part of it. Oh my god, yeah, that's terrible. These two are just horrendous. You can't do that. You need to go double defensive. If you just need like a skeleton build, just go IE, Bork, Static Shiv, Merker, and Tabby, and then GA, Banshee, Randuins. You don't want to go full damage. Full damage, Yasuo will just die over and over again. He's like a melee carry, but he has like... He's not like Zed, who just has like a ton of mobility. I mean, he's very mobile, but he's not mobile in the right way. Double Ignite. However, if you're going full damage, you're going to kill people like that really fast. And also, you don't need Last Whisper. So you do need to abuse the fact that you kill people really fast. And honestly, the best way to do that, if you are going to go full AD, just split push. You shouldn't go full AD, but still. But yeah, you're going to kill, Nidalee and whoever it is, freaking Graves so fast. Just run up to him and hit him. I think you should be able to end the game here. A ton of minions. I don't know how. I tried to hit tab. Yeah, I see you won this game. Alright. I mean, there's still plenty to work on, but wait, did you all get ace at their turrets and then get turned and die? Oh jeez. That didn't happen, did it? No, it didn't happen. Y'all ended the game here. You did, right? Yeah, you did. Okay, cool. Alright. I'll record this and I'll write down the few things in the, or I'll upload this and write down the big things in the description. But yeah, expect it in a bit.